a descent into darkness and the cry for redemption. Leonardo's failure, a void that could not be filled. Leonardo, the man Morgana forced upon Leona, was a stark contrast to Raphael, the earth angel who had once offered her love, warmth, and stability. While Raphael operated from a place of pure heart and genuine care, Leonardo was emotionally unavailable, spiritually bankrupt, and physically incapable of satisfying Leona's deepest needs. His inability to provide emotional intimacy or physical fulfillment left Leona feeling empty and unfulfilled, pushing her to seek solace elsewhere. Leonardo's polygamous tendencies further exacerbated the situation. He saw Leona not as a partner but as a possession, someone he could share with others as part of his twisted lifestyle. This lack of respect and commitment drove Leona to explore third-party situations, seeking fleeting pleasures to fill the void left by Leonardo's neglect. Her encounters with tomboy friends and a nurse co-worker were not born out of love or genuine desire but out of a desperate need for connection and validation. The demonic attachments, fueling the fire of lust. Leona's descent into promiscuity and reckless behavior was not entirely her fault. Morgana and Leonardo had attached demonic entities to her, specifically Jezebel spirits, which fueled her lustful desires and clouded her judgment. These spirits manipulated her thoughts, making her believe that her actions were justified and that she deserved the fleeting pleasures she sought. The Jezebel spirits also amplified her fear of abandonment and need for validation, driving her to chase one-night stands and engage in risky behavior. She became addicted to the temporary highs these encounters provided, only to be left with guilt, shame, and embarrassment afterward. The more she indulged, the deeper she sank into the cycle of sin and despair. The fall from grace, a respected lover to a disgraced woman. Leona's transformation from a respected lover and potential wife to a woman with a bad reputation was heartbreaking. With Raphael, she had been treated with love, respect, and dignity. He saw her as an equal, someone worthy of commitment and care. But under the influence of Morgana and Leonardo, she became a shadow of her former self. Her pursuit of fleeting pleasures led her to dating sites, where she sought one-night stands and meaningless encounters. Each encounter left her feeling more empty and distressed, but the Jezebel spirits kept her trapped in the cycle. She became a laughingstock among her peers, a woman who had lost her self-respect and dignity. The nightclub, a descent into karmic debt. As Leona's life spiraled out of control, the enablers in her life, her family, Leonardo, and their network of dark allies pushed her further into darkness. They encouraged her to frequent nightclubs, where she could chase more karmic debts and fleeting encounters. The nightclub became a symbol of her downfall, a place where she traded her soul for temporary pleasures. In the nightclub, Leona was no longer a person but a commodity, serving her body to the highest bidder. The alcohol and substances she consumed numbed her pain but also clouded her judgment, making it impossible for her to break free from the cycle. The Jezebel spirits thrived in this environment, feeding off her despair and ensuring that she remained trapped. The cry for help, a soul in despair. Despite the darkness, a part of Leona longed for redemption. She knew that her actions were wrong, but the demonic attachments and the influence of her toxic environment made it impossible for her to break free on her own. She cried out for help, but her pleas fell on deaf ears. Morgana and Leonardo had ensured that she had no one to turn to, no one who could offer her the support and guidance she needed. Leona's story is a cautionary tale about the destructive power of lust, manipulation, and dark magic. It is a reminder that no one is beyond redemption, but the path to healing requires courage, support, and a willingness to confront the darkness within. The path to redemption, breaking free from the chains. Leona's journey to redemption will not be easy, but it is possible. Here are the steps she must take to break free from the chains of darkness. Acknowledge the problem. Leona must first recognize that she is under the influence of demonic attachments and toxic relationships. This awareness is the first step toward healing. Seek spiritual cleansing. Leona needs to undergo spiritual cleansing to remove the Jezebel spirits and other demonic entities attached to her. This can be done through prayer, fasting, and seeking help from spiritual leaders. Cut ties with enablers. Leona must distance herself from Morgana, Leonardo, and anyone else who enables her destructive behavior. This may require her to leave her current environment and start anew. Seek professional help. Therapy and counseling can help Leona address the trauma and emotional wounds that have fueled her behavior. A therapist can also help her rebuild her self-esteem and develop healthier coping mechanisms. Reconnect with the light. Leona must reconnect with the light and love she once knew with Raphael. This may involve seeking forgiveness from those she has wronged and making amends for her past mistakes. Yet only if she comes in with the full truth, including everything she did in the 5D, and hold accountability of all the actions. The money, the documents, the intellectual property is stolen in the 5D, and only if completely cut ties with the coven. Build a support system. Leona needs to surround herself with positive influences, people who genuinely care for her well-being and support her journey to redemption. The role of Raphael. A beacon of hope. Raphael, the Earth Angel, continues to pray for Leona's healing and protection. His love for her remains, but he understands that their paths can no longer cross. Unless God ordains it, being a master alchemist and healer, he can't act without a direct order from the divine. It is ordained by God that Leona must face her karma and walk the path to redemption on her own. Raphael's prayers serve as a beacon of hope, reminding Leona that love and light can prevail over darkness, even in the most dire circumstances. Final message: a call to awaken. Leona's story is a stark reminder of the destructive power of lust, greed, and dark magic. It is a call to awaken, to choose the light over darkness, and to understand that true peace and joy come from living a life of integrity, humility, and gratitude. It is a call to awaken, to choose the light over darkness, and to understand that true peace and joy come from living a life of integrity, humility, and gratitude. While the road to redemption is long and difficult, it is never too late to seek the light and reclaim one's soul. The light is always waiting for those who choose to walk toward it.